A few days ago, I made a solemn vow to all of you that I would do something. And by golly, I followed through. Lessermen wouldn't have. They would have tapped out and said, I can't handle that kind of torture. But not me. I watched Emilia Pérez. Mostly. I turned it off towards the end. It sucks. It is turbo ass. It's just bad. Oscar nominations came out. Emilia Pérez stuns the world, getting 13 nominations. That puts it on equal footing with Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Let that sink in. Let that marinate. This movie, that I had not heard a single compliment from a living, breathing, sentient soul, outside, of course, the zombies, the fart-huffing homunculi in Hollywood, these pretentious weirdos that were singing its praises, constantly patting him on the back for a job well done with this artistic masterpiece, fucking pinky up type shit. Anyone with a functioning frontal lobe that witnessed this disaster all had the same things to say about it. That it's trash. I'm going to refrain from talking about the circus that surrounded it with the director and pretty much everyone involved in the movie making a fucking fool of themselves. Like the director saying he didn't need to study Mexican culture, he knew all he needed to know. Also them saying that the reason they didn't hire any, Mexican leads for this movie is because they couldn't find people talented enough in Mexico, which is crazy statements across the board from the entire staff here. You may have heard it been said by others that Emilia Pérez is a musical made by people who have never heard music. That's very true. Now, before seeing this film, I did see a couple of very cringe clips. One of them being the very well-known clip now of the Sex Change Operation song.
Hello, very nice to meet you. I'd like to know about sex change operation.
I see. Men to woman, or woman to men.
Man to woman.
From penis to vagina. Is it for you?
I mean, if that doesn't get your finger wiggling, I don't know what will. That musical number goes on for quite some time. It feels like a joke someone would make to insult musicals as a whole. That's how every musical sequence in this movie feels. The movie is a failure on all possible fronts. It's a bad movie. It's a bad story. The characters are bad. The music is really bad, and there's a lot of music. Everything about the movie is a catastrophe.